are going to discuss some of the important topic from the chapter metals and non-metals. The topic is reaction of metals and non-metals. The topics which we are going to cover in this session are octet rule, chemical bond, ionic bond. First we need to discuss octet rule. What do you mean by the term octet? Octet means 8. According to this rule, if an atom is having 8 electrons in the outermost shell, the atom is stable. First let's observe an atom. Here you can see an atom. In this atom, there is a nucleus at the center. It is a nucleus and electrons are revolving around the nucleus. The last shell is known as outermost shell. The last shell is outermost shell and electrons are revolving in the outermost shell. If the outermost shell is having 8 electrons, the atom is stable. It is the outermost shell. Here you can see an atom and it is a nucleus of the atom and it is outermost shell. How many electrons are there in that outermost shell? Can you count the number of electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 electrons. If an atom is having 7 electrons in the outermost shell, this atom is not stable. This atom is not stable. That is octet rule. But if there is 8 electrons, if you are adding 1 electron, to the atom, then atom is stable. Now the atom is stable because there are 8 electrons. It is known as octet rule. If an atom consists of 8 electrons in the outermost shell, that atom is stable. This theory is known as octet theory, octet rule. If an atom is having 8 electrons in its outermost shell, then the atom is stable. It is known as octet rule. Now we can discuss chemical bond. What do you mean by chemical bond? Chemical bond means it is an attractive force. If we are considering 2 atoms in a molecule, if a molecule is having 2 atoms, that atoms are having attractive force. This attractive force is known as chemical bond. So chemical bond is the attractive force between constituent particle in a molecule. Reaction of sodium and chlorine. Now we can discuss the reaction of sodium and chlorine. What is the atomic number of sodium? Sodium is 11. The atomic number of sodium is 11 and atomic number of chlorine is 17. And first we need to write the electronic configuration. If you don't know to write electronic configuration, you can click the link above and you can see the videos. Sodium 11, the electronic configuration is 281. The atomic number of chlorine is 17. The electronic configuration will be 287. Here in sodium, there is 1 electron in the outermost shell. In chlorine, there are 7 electrons in the outermost shell. They are reacting each other to complete the octet, to become stable. Atoms are reacting each other to become stable. To become stable, they need to complete the octet. Here, chlorine is having requirement of 1 electron and sodium is having requirement of 7 electron. 7 electron, no atom is going to give 7 electron. So the better idea, this sodium will donate this 1 electron to chlorine. If the sodium is donating this 1 electron, if the sodium is transferring, if this 1 electron is transferring from this atom to this atom, now it is having 8 electron in the last shell, outermost shell. This atom is also having 8 electron in the last shell because 287 and 1 electron from sodium, so 288. Now both atoms are stable. The electronic configuration of sodium will be 28, sodium ion will be 28 and electron configuration of chlorine ion will be 288. Now it is ion because if there is a change in number of electron, it will change into ion. If there is a decrease in electron, it will be positive ion. If there is an increase in number of electrons, it will be negative ion. Here in the case of sodium, there is a decrease in number of electrons, so it will be positive ion, and in the case of chlorine, there is an increase in number of electrons, so it will be negative ion. This type of bond is known as ionic bond. The bond formed by the transfer of electron from one atom to other atom. It is known as ionic bond. Sodium is going to get Na positive charge, it will be Na plus, and chlorine is going to get negative charge, it will be Cl minus. This type of bond is known as ionic bond. It is the bond formed by atoms by transfer of electron from one atom to another atom. Here sodium is donating electron and chlorine is accepting electron. Sodium is going to get positive charge and chlorine is going to get negative charge. So there is an electrostatic attraction between sodium and chlorine. What is electrostatic attraction? Electrostatic attraction means the attractive force between charges. It is the attractive force or repulsive force between charges. That is electrostatic force. There will be strong electrostatic force of attraction because they are opposite charged ions, Na plus and Cl minus. Now we are going to discuss the reaction of sodium and chlorine in the form of diagrams. The same reaction we are going to discuss in the form of diagram. First we need to draw the electronic structure of sodium. It is the electronic structure of sodium. You can see the outermost shell is having 1 electron and the configuration is 281. 281 means first shell 2 electron, second shell 8 electron, third shell 1 electron. In the case of chlorine, first shell 2 electron, 287, that is the configuration. So first shell 2 electron, second shell 8 electron, last shell 7 electron. So it is the atomic model of sodium and chlorine. If there is a reaction between sodium and chlorine, what is going to happen? We know that there will be transfer of electron. Sodium is having one extra electron. That extra electron is revolving around this nucleus, isn't it? And this extra electron is going to transfer from sodium to chlorine. That is a reaction. This diagram is very complicated, so we are going to consider the outermost shell only. Then the diagram will be very easy. So it is the outermost shell. The outermost shell of sodium is having 1 electron and outermost shell of chlorine is having 7 electron. So how they are going to transfer the electron from the sodium? 1 electron is going to move to chlorine. So it is the process taking place in the bond formation between sodium and chlorine. Sodium is donating 1 electron to chlorine. So what will be the charge of sodium? Sodium is going to get positive charge and chlorine is going to get negative charge. This type of bond is known as ionic bond. Na is having positive charge, Cl is having negative charge. There will be strong electrostatic force of attraction. That is a chemical bond, and this type of bond is known as ionic bond or electrovalent bond. It is sodium ion and it is Cl minus ion. How many electrons are there in the outermost shell of sodium and Cl minus? Na is having positive charge and Cl minus is having 8 electron in the outermost shell. We are going to draw the dot structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th electron is from sodium. That's why the color is different. This method is known as electron dot structure. Now we can discuss the formation of MgCl2. First we need to know the atomic number of magnesium. The atomic number of magnesium is 12. Magnesium chloride means there are magnesium and chlorine. The atomic number of magnesium is 12 and atomic number of chlorine is 17. The electronic configuration of magnesium will be 282. Electronic configuration of chlorine is 287. This magnesium is having 2 electron in the outermost shell. Chlorine required 1 electron. Only 1 electron is required by chlorine. But magnesium is having 2 electrons. So there will be 2 chlorine atoms. So the next chlorine atom is also having atomic number 17. The configuration is 287. And from magnesium, these 2 electrons are going to transfer to the chlorine. So we can see that these 2 electrons are transferring to these 2 chlorines. Then what will be electronic configuration? The electronic configuration of magnesium will be 2,8 and electronic configuration of chlorine, this chlorine will be 288 and electronic configuration of this chlorine will be 288. So all the atoms are completed their octet. Now these atoms are stable. We got the molecule magnesium chloride, MgCl2, 1 Mg 2 Cl, MgCl2. Now we can draw the electron dot structure. Here Mg is having 2 electron in the outermost shell, Cl is having 7 electron in the outermost shell, this Cl is also having 7 electrons in the outermost shell. What is going to happen during the bond formation? From the Mg atom, these 2 electrons are going to transfer to these Cl atoms. So what we can see that these 2 electrons are transferring to these Cl atoms. Now these 2 chlorine atoms completed their octet. Now this atom is stable. These 2 atoms are stable and Mg also completed the octet. Now this atom is also stable. The configuration is ending with 8 now. 2, 8 and 288, 288. What will be the charge of Mg? It lost 2 electron. Mg lost 2 electron. Then it will be Mg2 plus. Cl, first Cl got 1 electron, it will be Cl minus. This chlorine also got 1 electron, it will be Cl minus. So it is the electron dot structure of MgCl2. Now we can define electrovalent bond or ionic bond. It is a bond formed by complete transfer of electrons from one atom to another. If there is a transfer of electron from one atom to other atom, that type of bond is known as ionic bond, and this transfer is taking place to complete the octet. Thanks for watching.